Set 1 is done. Who's ready for part 2? Hello and welcome back to part 2 of my LEGO review of Bricktober, or the set I got at Bricktober. You already know from part 1, which is the ultimate Batmobile from the LEGO Batman movie, which looks absolutely fantastic. I'll put the year and price that it originally was and the pieces there. The price that I got it for was $370 Australian dollars. The original price will also be in Australian dollars. This set looks absolutely fantastic. It was released in 2017. And it's been a set that has been on my regret list when it originally came out and I didn't get it. Because it's just fantastic. It's basically like one big tank that just splits into multiple pieces. So yeah, you've got two Batmobiles, where like one's kind of a tank more, a bike, and then the Batwing. And some great minifigures. You've got the Wicked Witch of the West, two monkeys, and then Polka Dot Man, which, yeah, another Batman villain that I could add to my collection. Then obviously you've got a Batman version of Alfred, Robin, Batgirl, and the Batman himself. So, without further ado, let's get building, shall we? Here we have the minifigures from the Ultimate Batman. Let's start off with Batman first. So Batman has a double-sided face. He's got printing on the front as well as the back of the torso. No printing on the arms or leg, and it has the detachable belt that every Batman comes with in the LEGO Batman movie, along with Batgirl, which is here. And then obviously comes with a Batarang, which I actually showed the wrong one in the first part for the Killer Croc Sewer Smash. So this is the one that the LEGO Batman movie comes with. And then this is the one that I should have shown in part 1 with the Sewer Smash, which is silver. So here is his double-sided face. So he's got his first look, which is happy, and then just like a normal look for his second look. And then you've got the back printing on there, and obviously it's for the two different faces. They've actually changed the eye bit, so this one's more like squinting, and this one he's more open a little bit more. And there we have Batman. Now moving on to Dick Grayson, or Robin. He's got printing on the legs as well as the arms, got printing on the front as well as the back of the leg, and has a double-sided face. So here is his first look, which is a scared look, and then his second look, which is a happy look, and then the back printing, which is there. He doesn't come with any accessories, so let's move on to the next minifigure, which will be Batgirl. So here we have Batgirl. She's got printing on the legs and printing on the arms, printing on the front of the torso as well as the back of the torso, and then has a double-sided face as well. So here is a better look at the back torso printing. And then obviously she has the belt like Batman. So there's the back torso printing, and then here is a look at the double-sided face. So she's got an angry look, and then the first face is a happy look, and then obviously she's got the hairpiece in the helmet, which comes off like so, and then you can just push it back on. And then she comes with a yellow Batarang, which is here. And then let's move on to the Wicked Witch of the West. So here we have the Wicked Witch of the West. She's got printing on the front of the torso as well as the back of the torso, printing on the legs, no printing on the arms, and has no double-sided face. And then here is the back torso printing, and then comes with a broomstick, which is here. Now let's move on to the monkeys. So the monkeys are very similar. The only difference in the monkeys is one of the faces different. So you've got an angry look and then a happy look, and then they've got printing on the front and back of the torso, printing on the arms and printing on the legs. And then here is a back look at, and then I'll take the wings off for one because they both have the same. So I'll just show you one of the back printing. So here is the back torso printing for the monkey. Now let's move on to Polka Dot Man, which also comes with a little stand to make him look like he's flying. So here we have Polka Dot Man. He's got printing on the front and side of the legs and arm. He's got printing on the front as well as the back of the torso, printing on the helmet, and has a double-sided face. Here is a better look at the back torso printing, and then here is a better look at the double-sided face. So he's got a scared look, and then he's just got a kind of normal look there, and then a better look at the helmet. And now he does come with two accessories, which are basically two circles, one orange, one green, and then he also comes with a little platform which he can fly on. So here is the green one, and then here is the platform that he comes with. And what you can do, you can just put him on there. You can fly around like so. Whee! Now let's move on to our last minifigure, Alfred Pennyworth in the bat suit. Now he comes with 2 swords as the accessory, which are these swords here. He's got printing on the front as well as the back of the torso, no printing on the arms or leg, and has no double-sided face. He also does have a little accessory, which is a bow tie, which you might be able to see ever so slightly, which is this piece. And then here is a better look at the back torso printing. Now he also has a little hat that has a bat symbol on it, and then a better look at the face as well. Oh, just took his head clean off. There is a better look at the face, and then we have the minifigures from the Ultimate Batmobile. Let's move on to the vehicle, which looks absolutely fantastic. And here we have the Ultimate Batmobile all put together. It looks absolutely fantastic. Now I'll take them off one by one and show them individually, but just before that, I want to talk about the writing on the side here, which I've taken a better photo up for a closer look, which says retractable vehicle. I do like how, yeah, the Lego Batman movie sets have writing on the vehicles, because I just think it's kind of funny. So this one says retractable vehicle, obviously replacing retractable with rec in front of it and saying retractable vehicle. I just think it's kind of funny. They also have some screens in the Batwing and then the tank here, which I've taken a closer look in. There's also a screen inside the tank. So starting off with the Batwing, all you do is take it off like so, if it wants to come out. And so yeah, you've got stud shooters there, which all you would have to do is put a stud shooter in like so, and then the back would pop out, and all you do, and then the wings move up and down, and then there is a screen inside there showing the Batwing, and then you've got some controls to fly it around. And there we have the Batwing. Then we'll move on to the tank. So what you do to take the tank off here is you would flip that up, and then all you do is pull. It comes apart. There is a screen there which also has place to store Alfred's swords as well as Batgirl and Batman's batarangs. And then to put it in, you would slide these 2 pieces like so, and there you have it. And then you would turn these engines. And then there is also stud shooters here and then on the other side as well. And then you open that up and there is a control room. Yeah, a little control pad there where a minifigure can also sit in. Now I just think this is kind of cool by itself as well. It's like a little bat tank. And then I do like the engines kind of turn around. So when it's connecting to that, the engines will then go from this to then connecting and being the main engine of the car. And there we have the Bat tank. Let's move on to the Batmobile itself. So opening it up, you've got a steering wheel there, and then obviously you can see the Bat bike that will come out, and then you've got the words there. You've got some stud shooters here and here, and then you've got this bit that come out, and then you can move the Bat wings on the top. And then to get the bike out, all you have to do is open that up, pull it out, which will then connect through one of the holes there, and then you have the Bat bike here. You just put a minifigure on there. You can have it hovering along, or you can have it like a bike, very similar to a Lego Spider-Man bike that they made years ago with Nick Fury, Venom, and Spider-Man. Yeah, same concept. Wings go like that, pulling it out, and like that for back form, or for bike form, and then hovering form. And then there we have all of the vehicles of the Ultimate Batmobile. And then obviously to put them all together, what you would do is first you get the bat bike, you slide it in like so, then you pull these down to make it secure, and then you would get the tank, connect it like so, then flip this up, connect that, turn these engines. Oh, don't do that obviously. You don't want to pull the engine off, and then before you put the Batwing on, you flip these up so the Batwing can go inside. You get the Batwing, slide it into place, push the wings down, and there you have the Ultimate Batmobile all put together, looking absolutely fantastic. Then finally we have the bat symbol. Very simple. Yeah, there's a few things that you can do with this. You've got the moving up and down, you can turn it around. You got a little switch here to turn it on and off. Doesn't nothing, but it's kind of just for play, so you can make Commissioner Gordon look like he's turning it on. Then obviously you got the light up brick, which if you press this will light the light the brick up like so, and then obviously you have a little bat symbol on there to make the bat signal. Now I'll show you what it looks like in the dark. You can see it. Still pretty good, I would say, considering how old this brick is, that it still lights up pretty well. So let's get to that. And there we have the Ultimate Batmobile all finished and looked fantastic. I love it, all together and it separately. The minifigures are great, like the Wicked Witch and the monkeys. I'm not really going to use them because they're not DC characters, but they look fantastic. Polka Dot Man as well, all printed, looks absolutely fantastic. Absolutely love. It's just a fantastic set. There was the only problem that I really ran into it is something that wouldn't normally happen, only because of its age, like it happened with the set, the Sewer Smash set. It being old, the stickers were kind of hard if I wanted to replace them, even if I put it on a brick separator. Some of the stickiness gets left on the brick, making it harder to put down and replace if I put it on wrong. But that's only because of age, so it's nothing really too damaging the set. Like it would have been better if they're printed, but hey, you win some, you lose some. It still looks absolutely fantastic. I will say though, with that set, I'm very surprised that the light in the bat symbol still bright and actually still works. I was very surprised that I was a little bit iffy if it would actually work or if it would be bright, and it's pretty bright considering the age of it. But there we have the Ultimate Batmobile. I hope you've liked this part 2 and part 1 as well, and some of the photos that I took and minifigures that I got. Who knows if I will be back for the Lego Bricklink sets that I have ordered. Hopefully I'll be making some on them if I don't burn out again like last time with my other Bricklink sets that I was post review and then just went full into them, building them at the same time. Kind of burnt myself out and then just didn't. But until next time, see you later and have a fantastic day.